Okay, so we got a row down and a few pointers for those of you that are new at this. So to start the first row, I snap a chalk line the entire length of the row. You can't follow the outside edge of the house because it's not going to be straight. So I snap a chalk line. So the OSB is 48 inches wide. So I snap the line over 48 and a quarter because the plywood, the OSB, it doesn't need to go all the way to the edge, right? And that way, if you have any imperfections in the outside the rim joist, then it doesn't matter because you're over a quarter inch. And then always leave your gap, your 1/8 inch gap or whatever. I mean, don't put them tight together because they will expand and they will bubble, and you need to leave the gap. Some people don't do it, but I always do because I've had problems by not doing it. Not in every job, but sometimes, especially in high humidity, when there's high humidity. Another thing to think about is with your floor joists is, when you lay your decking down, you start with the first sheet at the end. So you come in, so you're in at 8 feet. There's a joint at 8 feet. The next joint is 8 feet over. Okay, so on and so forth. So every 8 feet, every floor joist that lands 8 feet in, and then the next 8 feet, and then the next 8 feet. You don't want to have one of these floor joists. One of these, it's got the, they call wane, where the edge of the tree was, and so now you only have a little bit. Because what's going to happen is you have your joint there, then this piece is fine, and then you go lay this piece. Now you got nothing to nail to, so now you got to get a piece of 2x4, and you got to get your nail gun, change your nails, put your longer nails in, nail it on, scab it on there. It's just a pain in the butt. And then now, so your next row, when you start your next row, now you're going to be over 4 feet. So instead of, you're going to start 4 feet in instead of 8 feet in, you're going to have a joint. So 4 feet in, you'll have a joint. The next joint will be 8 feet from there, which is really 12 feet from the end, because of course you don't want your floor, your decking to have the joints all at the same place. So the fourth, at 4 feet in that joist, and then the next 8 feet over, so on and so forth. You want to make sure when you're putting these floor joists, you want to think about where the joints in the plywood are going to be. I mean, it's pretty simple. You just count in whether you're 16-inch centers or 12-inch centers like these, and you don't put your problem floor joists where there's going to be joints, so you don't have to screw around, nailing stuff on. It's just, that's how I do it. I go, okay, there's going to be a joint here, so I'm not going to I'll use those floor joists intermediate, because then it doesn't matter, somewhere in the middle of the sheet. So anyway, that's something to think about when you're installing your floor joists, because you're always going to have floor joists, almost always, that are from the edge of the tree. And then I think that's it on pointers. Yeah, and like I said, I always glue. I use glue, and then I buy the big tubes, the 29-ounce tubes, because it's cheaper. They're only like $5 a piece, and then the big caulking gun. But now these are left over from the last house I did. Now I'm trying this. I don't have it here. It's somewhere. This foam stuff. They have this foam now that comes in a can, and then one can is supposed to be equal to 10 tubes. I don't know if they're tubes this size. Anyway, it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go a lot farther and be better. So I'm going to try that. So once these are gone, I've got about 4 or 5 left. Each tube does like 5 sheets of plywood. So. Decking. Once those are gone, I'm going to try the foam stuff and see how it works. I've seen it used on TV, but I've just never used it. It's kind of the new thing. It's a foam product. It comes out like like great stuff. That stuff, that spray foam insulation. So called, yeah, it comes out of the tube like that, and then you just throw your plywood down and nail it. Takes the place of the glue. So anyway, all right, back to work.